Q&A live on skincare, and I'm going to go through the questions that you've posted the last couple of days, and then I will try to do some questions also from the floor, as it were, you ladies here. All right, I'm going to go to my first questions. What can we do about the crepey neck thing that happens as we age? This is a question for probably half the people watching, and I'm going to give you 3 things you can do, none of which are cream. You can, if you're really vain, consider not watching television in bed in this position, because that's going to just permanently crease your neck. But lie on your side in that position so you're not creasing your neck so much. That's number 1 point. 2 is the classic AEIOU exercises, which I have done so often I'm embarrassed to do again. I'm going to do really once only, and they will work out your neck muscles. And a part of that sagging neck is because you don't have the support structure to hold up your skin. You've also lost collagen in your skin, etc., etc. So I'd say, what are you putting inside your body for that collagen? I love Vivienne Talisman's powder, her new powder. My skin in 3 days, I think I'm noticing on my body so much. So what you can put inside your body, can you get any collagen things that go out to the skin? Then AEIOU is that exercise where you're pulling the muscles. That's 3 things. I'm going to give you a 4th, which is microneedling with a retinol. Retinol is good for crepey skin. We do it on our face. I would use the same product you do on your face, on your neck, microneedle first, let it absorb. That combination, I do feel I've been really practicing on my neck. And what I mean by that is I've been religiously putting whatever I put on my face on my neck. I've been doing the exercise every morning, and I do feel it's a bit better. And that bloody product from Vivienne, I feel it's a bit better. It's less dry. Also, not smoking has helped. Very long-winded answer. I'm now going to do whippingly quick, but Amelia, I hope that helped other people too. Tips and products for minimizing horizontal necklines, please, Trinny. That's, darling, I feel I answered that question already. Pregnancy recommendations. It was, you weren't born when I was pregnant probably. Sorry, but that is probably so true, because I was pregnant at 29, I'm 55. No, 39. You would have been born. I'm exaggerating. But I have to hark back to then, things are different now. But I do remember feeling that I really wanted to have no bad things on my body or taking. So I was very careful about I did a lot of pregnancy vitamins. There's Pregacare or something, but I took that religiously. Michelle Arcier, if she still exists, Micheal, Arcier, Arcier, did the best pregnancy oils. They were incredible. I gave them to all my friends for years afterwards, and she was in William Street off Lowndes Square in London, SW1. She still exists. She was the original aromatherapist putting together things, and incredible, wonderful, nurturing oil. So I liked that. I liked putting oil on my belly for the stretching of this tummy, so that it held the elasticity. And then my tummy, I had a cesarean, so I had it a month early, but my tummy, has 0 stretch marks. I took a lot of Dr. Hauschka, which I love as an organic brand, the original organic brand. The people had to be in a good mood to pick the flowers and the herbs that made the products in Dr. Hauschka. And so that's my pregnancy, pregnancy recommendations from many years ago, but I think some of them still apply. Body Shop buys. I have to admit, been into Body Shop for ages, and a few of you recommended the roller, I think. But I've never felt an appeal with Body Shop products, and I'd rather be doing the Ordinary at the same price point, or Botanics from Boots, which has some really nice products. I just haven't been drawn to the Body Shop products. That's just me. Nose whiteheads, how to get rid of. Nose whiteheads, really, whiteheads sort of are Milia, and Milia is the most classic way to describe it is, imagine you've got some pus in your spot and it's just dried up. It's that hard white things under the surface. So for Milia, I would so desperately say go and get somebody professional to remove them, because removing Milia is really tricky yourself. I sent Lila off for, I mean, it killed her because she's got a build-up of very clogged skin, and I sent her off for, you know, Thursday, Sunday and Tuesday to Teresa Tarmey to get properly extracted, because extractions should be done by a professional, in my opinion. Otherwise you can end up with scarring, and you have to be so diligent how you do it. There are little tools you can buy which are these metal things with a clear hole in it, and what Teresa does is she puts that on and presses, and it comes out. So it's instead of us going like that and pushing when we do a spot and we're in a hurry and we do that, the pressure is going all the way around, so you're not getting so much marks to your skin and damage to your skin when you're extracting it. That's my thought. After microneedling, retinols or acids, I tend to do this. I tend to do an acid, then I microneedle, and then I do a retinol. That's my thought, because I feel the acid really cleans the skin off. Have I tried retinols? I've tried many. And if you'd like to see my secret 7 retinols, the blog has relaunched on Trinny London, and this is where I keep all my skincare films, and I have done about 100. So they are categorized beautifully. Go on to Trinny London, go to Tea Time blog, and then you can see skincare. Under skincare, there's a few different things. There's treatments, there's Secret 7. Secret 7 are my 7 favorite products in a category that I spent the last 20 years researching, and some of them are maybe a year old, but some are 20 years old, because I don't think old formulas die. I think old good formulas can be fantastic and compete with whatever's coming out now. So there are 7 great retinols on there, and please take a look. Fave products of Biologique, Recherche. The 2 are the acid toner, which is the P50 or whatever I call it wrong, P50, P60, whatever it is, you know the one. There's 4 different strengths, and I take the strongest one, but there is one sensitive skin. Then, I'm sorry, I have to eat again, I'm so hungry. Then there is the Colostrum cream, Colostrum serum. The most, I wonder if I have any here. It's expensive, and I just bought one. The most hydrating serum I've ever tried. If you're vegan, don't go near it, because it has farmyard elements in it. But it's incredible, incredible product. Just unbelievable product. I'm just going next one. Is toner necessary, or can I skip the step in the routine? Toner is a personal choice. Toner traditionally, when I was younger in a skincare routine, you cleanse in your tone, and your toner was to take off the last bit of your makeup and then you moisturize. Very old-fashioned routine. Nowadays, the idea of double cleansing is very fashionable. The most important idea is your skin is so clean, however you choose to clean it, could be one long clean, that by the time you go to a toner, which is to tighten the pores, you are not having makeup on that cotton wool pad. You are actually going to the next stage, and you are preparing your skin for serums. So I like a toner because I like to have that separation between my cleansing routine and then sloshing off a few dead skin cells, so that my active serums and my hydrators can penetrate really well. So if you have a slightly oily skin, acid toners could be your toner. If you have very sensitive skin, you could do some of these gorgeous essences. I've just done a little low, medium, high on essences, which I'll put up in a few days. But they are beautiful. It's called what I call a transitional product, but I like it in a routine. You could, if you want to spritz your face, but I just feel that ritualistic approach can still take us only a few minutes, but it's nurturing the skin and looking after it and making an active decision to look after our skin. How can I tone down nasal labial wrinkles that make me look tired? You know, treatment. Nasal labial wrinkles sort of around here. I just think doing massage on your face is a great way to release, and there's different tools you can use. There's a very nice tool, which I damn well have here very irritatingly, which is that heart-shaped sort of jade tool called the Hawaii, something like that. But you kind of do this and you just take it round here, and it's about softening those nasaloid marks. And I'm doing it now with my knuckles, but it's just doing that and releasing the tension you might build up in your face to soften that area. That's sort of one of the best things The other thing, if you wanted to be more extreme, is to consider doing Botox just there, so that when you, so that wrinkle doesn't form anymore. But that's a very personal choice. So yeah, that's what I suggest. What to do about the neck and hand? Do I have a routine? So I explained my routine earlier on in this film, which I hope you saw and you might see later. I think with hands, it's about the same principles. I do every few days microneedle. Probably twice a week I microneedle, and then I throw on whatever retinol cream I'm putting on my face. I do have the luxury of I'm trying out different things, so I will spread those things. And when you've spent a lot of money on a retinol, maybe you want to go for a less expensive retinol like the Ordinary, and put that on your hands, and put a little bit once a week of an acid peel, like the Ordinary have that very nice purpley one, which I do like actually, if I have it here. Let me just see if I have it, because it's a great little product. There's the peel pads. I mean, that's a glycolic peel, you know, but just to do a peel occasionally. The peel I was actually looking for is the purpley one from the Ordinary. So I think treat them as well as you would treat your face, and you will feel grateful when you're getting here doing 40s, 50s. Do you recommend vitamin E or soya in serums? I'm afraid of sunspots. If you're afraid of sunspots, there's two different things going on here. Soy in serums can be good. The essences I talked about earlier, one of them, the BLITHE one, has a lot of soya in it, which is great. But if you're afraid of sunspots, for me, I put a vitamin C powder on and I mix it with my SPF, and that I feel acts as a very good barrier to protect me against age spots and sunspots. So yes, that's my thought. Thoughts on the skincare Allies of Skin. I think it's a phenomenal range, Allies of Skin. It's pricey. I mean, everything is between 60 and 130 pounds, but I think the formulations are incredible. The active ingredients are incredible. The packaging is simple and all pump things. I've tried the overnight retinol. I've tried the overnight facial, which is more vitamin C glowy. I've tried their cleanser, which I love. I've tried their hyaluronic, which I love. Like, there isn't one product I don't like, apart from there's some products I don't use that are more for an oily skin and a spotty skin, but Maiko used them, who works with me on looking at products, and she loves it as well, and she has an oilier skin than me. I do think it's one of the best ranges out there, if you can afford it. The Ordinary, yay or nay, for some reason I'm not completely sold. You know what the Ordinary did, in my eyes, is they introduced to lots of women who'd maybe grown up with sort of Nivea and Clinique and Klairs, all these very interesting ingredients that maybe had been in incremental amounts in those mass market bootsy brands, but in these brands they had extracted that one ingredient and put it in something. So you were really focusing in vitamin C, hyaluronic, the Buffett one is niacinamide, just those ingredients. I think what's complicated about the Ordinary, and obviously retinols, they have about 7 retinols. What's complicated about the Ordinary is sometimes by singularly refining those ingredients, you sort of don't quite know what they're doing for you, and then you hear me or Caroline Herons or Nadine or all these people talking about ingredients. You think, well, let me just see if the Ordinary have it and I'll get it. I think Garden of Wisdom, which has come out with Victoria Health, I think are as good, and some categories I do think are better than the Ordinary, because I love the formulator of those products, and I know the formulator, which is Shabir, and I trust him. I think Brandon had incredible formulations as well, but I just think if you want to get into individual ingredient skincare, doing Garden of Wisdom or the Ordinary are both good at a really, really, really good price point. And then as you feel, actually I love using a retinol, but you can slowly decide, do I want to spend a little bit more money and go to something a little bit more special? That's my thoughts. Yes, there's a long essay on it, sorry. Okay, help. Which vitamins do I need to use to make my skin feel better? Well, if you mean to take, I would say collagen is very difficult to put in your body and have it have an effect on your skin. So I do love William Talisman's new powder, Rejuva something, platinum. So I think it's fantastic. I also think that taking IoniCell for the skin, hair and nails is a really good supplement. I think just taking pure hyaluronic and pure collagen pills, I think they need to travel in something to get to the outer extremities of your skin. So taking that for joints is good, but not for skin in that pure form, because some of them just don't have a good carrier. Vitamin E, omega-3, 6 and 9s, these are all good for hydrating. I've been taking a bit too much actually and I broke out, but it means that the rest of my skin feels plump. So I do think those are all good. Microneedling, yes, 1,000 times yes. You can start with a very small needle in terms of a 0.3 or a 0.5. You can build up to, and very light feathering movements. Don't do like tram lines on your face, really gently feather, because the point of microneedling to me is to go in and kind of say to your skin, wakey, wakey, produce some collagen, because you stopped producing it how you used to, and also to allow for other products to penetrate better, because you kind of opened up a little bit of your skin so they can go in deeper. I think it's fantastic. The ordinary niacinamide, 10%, and zinc, 1% together with vitamin C, glow boost, yes or no? I think niacinamide is wonderful. Both niacinamide and vitamin C are very good for age spots and evening out skin tone. Niacinamide is also very good with zinc to help with an acne skin. Excuse me. So, yes, good combination. Good combination. Any general serum recommendations for early 30s girl with specific skin complaint? Oh, without a specific skin complaint. I would say in your 30s, it is about that glowy skin. You're at your peak. Well, I'm at my peak now, actually. You're not at your peak yet. But you're at that feeling of doing a lot in your life and you don't want it to show on your face. So a vitamin C, great. Exfoliating toners, great. But make sure you're not stripping the pH balance of your skin. But having a focus regime, I always think is a good thing, and you can really get into it in your 30s. Hopefully you're at a stage where you've grown a bit in your career, you're earning a bit more money, you think, okay, what am I going to spend it on? So I'd say don't spend much money on your cleanser, spend money on your serums, your vitamin C's. In your mid-30s, you could consider retinols, but it depends the texture of your skin. Okay, I'm going to go quickly now to just some general questions on my feed, because there's lots of you asking and I want everyone to feel included. Hold on, so many now. Looking good for you. Okay, well, no, put that down again. All right. What are your thoughts on collagen drinks? And what I was saying earlier, I think some collagen drinks have too much sugar in them, like the collagen gold, I think is really sugary and sweet, even if it's aspartame. Doesn't feel good for me. So I'm excited by things where I feel the collagen is being delivered into your skin. So the Teresa Tarmey one, oh, sorry, not Teresa Tarmey, the Vivian Talsmat one is doing that, feeling it myself. There's one or two others coming out, which I'll also talk about, but it is something that people are looking at right now. I feel there's something in the air about let's move forward on those products to make sure we can do a good delivery system for some collagen. Do I believe any colour shouldn't be worn together, e.g. blue and green should never be seen? I mean, hang on a minute. Do we like this blue and green together? I mean, this is cobalt blue and green, so it will look good. Red and green should never be seen was my one too. Blue and green I think can look exquisite together, but it's all about tonality. And as this is a skincare Q&A, I won't go into details more, but I am building myself up to a big colour video, all right? And trying to get, anyway, I'm getting there, but it might be a few weeks before I have everything I need to do that video so you all get something from it. Kim, could you please tell me where you got your teeth done? Thank you. I got them done by Anne at the Briar Wallace Dental Partnership, and she spent years doing my teeth because I had very big holes in the middle. I had bonding, put it on, composite. I also had very narrow teeth here, so a lot of people say, have I had my lips done? But my bridge originally, it was to here, so I've had my teeth widened here because they were really narrow, and that's helped to kind of hold up my face. And then at the bottom, I had teeth that were splitting, going down, and now I've had composite put in. It looks really like you can see, but it does hold my teeth in place. And that's my tooth story. I'm wearing blue and green, so I don't think you can see. Can men use Trinny London? Of course they can. Joe, to feel inspiration, go and see Ross, wonderful Ross, who did his makeup skincare video for us. He works in our digital side of our business, and all is digital in whatever. But he did about 2 or 3 weeks ago on Trinny London. He did a fantastic film, and he talks about his routine and how he does it, and he looks amazing, gorgeous. But he really looks amazing, and I think men. It depends how far you want to go, but I think definitely the BFF for SPF and a bit of a glow. Definitely the Golden Glow to give you some colour when you're feeling a bit colourless. Definitely the BFF under eye because it does not show on your skin. Definitely the Just a Touch foundation concealer when you have a zit because you keep rubbing and you do not see it on your skin. These are all good things. Miracle Blur is fantastic too. Face Finish, brilliant. Niod Neck Elasticizer Catalyst is great. Nick, I once had that in my cupboard and I never tried it. That's good to know that you're liking a product that's working. The best neck cream is Sisley. Can I just say, it is the one neck cream I have used is the Sisley one because the Sisley products are all divine. And if you don't, maybe with microneedling too. Deborah, hi darling, cannot watch you live now, but we'll watch later. Deborah, hi for later. What product I mentioned, please? Collagen. It's Vivian Talsmat, Talsmat, and it's Rejuvenation Platinum. And look it up online. It's an amazing product for skin. I've tried and tried with retinol, been through the dry flaky skin, etc. 12 weeks later, no difference, wrinkles as visible as ever using PC. Babu, it's some people I think believe retinol is going to be a miracle for your skin. It's just going to diffuse your lines a little bit. If you really think I want something to change my face, you've got to look at laser treatments and other treatments. So if you think you want to go the next stage, I've got on Trinny London treatments, and under it I've got about the 8 different lasers and what they all do, and you could look at that. Some tighten, some lift, some make you produce even more collagen. It's just that stage after you do microneedling and retinols. So it's not doing enough for you. You could say, do I save up to do one of those treatments? And they all are good and they all do different things. So that is an alternative for you. Booth Cockapoo, good morning. Can you please tell me what if you're taking all your supplements as well as Viv's powder? So I have dialed down on all my supplements that contain things that Viv's contains 100% of. So I've looked at her ingredients at the back. There aren't so many that contradict. CQ10, coenzyme Q10, I've stopped taking because she has a lot in her powder. Collagen and hyaluronic, I've stopped taking because she has a lot in her powder. But I'm still taking my vitamin C, although she has this very, very refined blackcurrant powder, which is really high in vitamin C as well. So, but I'm still taking a bit of vitamin C, alpha, arbutin, not alpha, arbutin. I'm still doing the few, but they don't conflict. Sort. I might do something on exactly what the ingredients of each one are. How do I find our models for Trinny London? You'd love to apply the original redhead. Darling, please apply. Go to Emily at Trinny London and we consider everybody. Generally, we choose people who we feel are a gap in our Trinny tribe. It's nothing to do with your age, what you look like, or your skin tone. It's just, do we need that combination of skin, hair and eyes more than that one? And every few months we get a few Trinny tribe members on there, and that's how you can apply. Happy Wednesday, yes, from Boo, hello. Please have Shabir back. I know, I'm going to have Shabir back. We're thinking of, what would we like to discuss with Shabir? So give me your thoughts on what you'd like us to cover, because I think we've got something in the diary, but I can't remember what we're thinking of covering. So anything you think you'd like to cover. Still recovering from a hysterectomy end of 2018 and finding you on Instagram doing life-changing. Thank you. Samantha, I'll be here on Friday, I hope. That's a hell of an operation. And we need to get you feeling fantastic. So I hope we'll do that tomorrow for you. And I'm glad I could help it be a bit easier. Char. Hi, Trinny. I came to your office in South Kensington the weekend with a friend for an appointment and we loved it. I need help though. What is the best to get rid of blackheads in and around the nose? Char, what I said earlier, I mean, if they're just blackheads, you can just make sure in your skincare routine you have an exfoliating toner, because that will help to tighten your pores and make your pores smaller so that you don't get them full of dirt, blocked, creating a blackhead. It might be that you need to go and have a facial first, you get it all out, and then you start using an acid toner, Secret 7, I've got 7 great acid toners. choose one that you feel is right for you. If you have sensitive skin, January Labs. If you don't, P50 Biologique, Recherche, if you can afford anything. Just see what you suit. And then make sure you put it on your nose every day, and that will help a bit. And having a facial. I mean, I just think these things need to come out with a professional generally. Good morning from Canada. Blog is easier, Trinny, as you can search. Yes, thank you. What do you think of Germain de Capucine products? I don't know them. Are AHAs good for blackheads? I don't want to peel. AHAs are alpha hydroxy acids. They're different from PHAs or BHAs, beta hydroxy acids, but they can all help a bit. So glycolic, you know, different acids will do different things to your skin. So if you look at the different acids on Trinny London, you can see which ones, but they will help. You won't peel with an acid. You shouldn't peel with an acid. It's an acid toner is different from an exfoliating enzyme peel, or a peel, deep peel, chemical peel. They're just much stronger, and so you might peel. When you double cleanse, do you use the one cleanser or two different types? I generally use, oh my goodness, what did I do? Drop that. I generally use two different types. I'll sort of, if I've had a lot of makeup on, I've done a shoot, or I've just had a lot of makeup on during the day, I'll use my sort of Sarah Hardy, Emma Chapman, Eve Lom, Evolve, loving that one, but a cleansing balm, and that kind of takes everything off. And then I put on a more kind of gel cleanser. So I might use Julia Hunter, which I've run out of actually, I must get some. And I will just clean my skin with a Foreo, so then everything is out, and it's that way around. And in the morning, I just do the balm. What's the best treatment for under eye dry dark circles? I think daily basis BFFI. Can't recommend enough because it's an eye cream and a concealer, had a baby, and it would take away that darkness, because you know, a part of what we really dislike when we have under eye dark circles is the combination of having a dryness which will over enhance our dark circle. But this, so I'm just going to put more on now, I'm just going to show you, will really just hydrate underneath and cover. And I think a lot of people have concealers that are very drying, so you just think, oh my God, what am I going to do? And if you put too much eye cream on, you then think, oh my goodness, it's going to, my concealer is going to drip over it. So this is what I recommend. This is why I made it. Eye cream and concealer had a baby together, and they produced BFFI. I wear redder, by the way, but we will be matched up to the right one. Would you recommend a toner, e.g. Klairs, before or after vitamin C? Before, interestingly, because I think it's a very light product, and I like it just as that beginning of my routine. It hasn't got so many active ingredients in it, so I do tend to put it on, but you could do it after as well. I haven't tried it after, because I've always talked about vitamin C should be on the clearest, cleanest skin. But I have been actually putting the essence on first. Your recommendations for a vitamin C serum start with. I would say Garden of Wisdom vitamin C. It's got 23 or 25% vitamin C, and it's also got ferulic in it, which is a way to stabilize vitamin C. And I think it's a brilliant texture. It's like £16. I think it's the best starter vitamin C. Jane, I had my first microdermabrasion, going for another, really noticed the difference. That can help a lot. Do I use sunscreen on my face or makeup on the beach? I use the BFF on the beach, but if I'm I'm going to be away, I'm going to show you what I do on, it's not the right one here, but when I'm on the beach, I generally do this in an air gel. Oh my God, is that the coloured one? Hang on, I don't want to put the wrong one on. There is a mousse here, which I put on. So I put that on, the mousse. And then I'll kind of, like if I'm swimming and everything, I'll just do the SPF 50. And then what I'll do is, like, I'm then going for lunch, I might just put that on top, just to give me that sort of take away any sweaty, sunny, beachy moment. And just kind of give my skin a little bit of hydration and a bit of glow. What do I do with red acne scars? I think any kind of scar, if you've actually dealt with the active problems underneath, I would say microneedling. But you say red angry scar, then I wouldn't say that actually. I might say, is clinical eye shield recovery balm. Very good for scars. I have it here to show you, but it's a great product. Hydrating eye, sensitive skin, rescue and emergency. It should be in there, but it's not in there. This is actually another good one. Hold on. This is a very good one too from SkinCeuticals, photo corrective mask. That's kind of great. But my favourite one, and also, you know what, there's no harm in spraying yourself some colloidal silver. Very good if you have angry skin. It's really an amazingly clever ingredient, colloidal silver. What size microneedle do I use for a beginning? 0.2 or 0.3? Gently does it. What's the best treatment for acne scarring such as pitting? Two things you can do. You can really exfoliate every day. I went to see about 20 years ago when I had finished my acne and I was 30, and I then was dealing with the scarring and I had deep scarring. I went to see a plastic surgeon guy and he said just exfoliate, granular exfoliation every day. So get a really strong granular exfoliant because your spots have gone. Don't do it anywhere sensitive, but just really go around. And it's like, you know, when a sandstorm over thousands of years softens a ionic Doric column. It's sort of elements of that at play. It does help a bit. Microneedling also helps a bit because you want the collagen to build back up under the scarring and soften the scarring. If you want an extreme solution, a CO2 laser is a solution. I did that laser. I had very bad pitting. And it was a lot of downtime. They now have a lighter version of that laser. I know that Seabag has it because I've talked to him about it, and they're getting good results on acne scarring. So you could research who does CO2 lasers, go and see the work they've done and make that decision. It depends how much those scars really irritate you, because doing the microneedling, doing all the stuff will soften it. And also, you know, it takes time, but that's what I'd say, sorry. My favourite vitamin C serum, please. Tricky. CE Ferulic, I love from SkinCeuticals, which I'm sure is available in Australia. It's pricey, but it is my favourite, I'm just telling you. And DCL Seascape, which might be available at Mecca, but that is a phenomenal nighttime vitamin C. And as a budget buy, I would say the Victoria Health's Garden of Wisdom version of their vitamin C, which ships worldwide. Vitamin C powder recommendation, I would say Dr. Seabag's one, because it has something in it which when you put it on the skin, it actually melts a bit and absorbs in the skin. It's a very high concentrate, and he's also used something to stabilize the vitamin C. Pi skincare products, I've used one, I think I liked it, but I didn't use more. Garden of Wisdom, I love. What's the best way to remove upper lip hair? I use cream, but I keep getting a spot in the same place, maybe an ingrown hair. I find, because I have facial hair, I can feel already my hormonal friends coming up here. I tend to do threading, but I think a key to threading, really important, and many people, because they go in their lunch break, still have makeup on, is take all your makeup off, clean your skin thoroughly, and then have the threading. If somebody threads well, you should not get ingrown hairs because they need to do it in the right direction, and somebody pulls against, then that hair is an angry little hair. They don't pull it out properly, they haven't got the tension on the threading, and they don't pull out the root. When you go in the cycle of your hair growth is very important, because if you're pulling a hair out too early, the root isn't strong enough, and then another one comes up, or there could be two hairs in one, there could be two follicles in one pore. So all these things are important, but the most important is, for me, I do like threading. I do threading here and here and here like this, probably once a month. And my face is clean, and then afterwards, don't touch your face. Nivea and Klairs are not in the same place. I know. You know, they're not, but then, yeah. I've hardly ever bought Klairs things in the last 20 years. Somebody said to me yesterday, Klairs has really done some interesting stuff recently. So I am going to go and have a look in Boots on the weekend and see exactly what they're doing now. Nivea, just because I think I was trying to say historically those two brands were around many years ago. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I started with Garden of Wisdom flowing Summer Shabia's advice, and this is my first month with almost no horrible hormonal spots. He's great, isn't he? Started using Swiss Clinic's microneedling, and I love it. I'm glad I met you, chuckled Ruby. You're 23-year-old fan from the Philippines, and how do you keep yourself looking so young? Just follow my suggestions, darling. Can you advise on how to tell if I'm pinky undertones, warm or neutral? Difficult if I can't see you, but we are, you know, if you're thinking match to me and you want to get products and you can't quite figure your skin out, you can send a photograph to hello@Trinny London, but do it in natural light, really close up so we can see the combination of your skin, hair and eye. What brand's SPF do I use and like? HelioCare is my absolute favorite, SPF 50. Peel before or after microneedling? Before. I've heard not to take retinol if you're trying to get pregnant. I would say you've got to be careful because the vitamin A element of retinol, well, I'd kind of say it's very small, but for example, Roaccutane, which is a vitamin A derived pill for acne, you have to be on the pill to use that treatment because you cannot get pregnant because there could be fetal abnormalities. So be aware. And also your skin's going to be so great when you're pregnant, darling. Yeah. Do you get bad melasma pigmentation when you were pregnant? And if you did, what did you do? I did facials quite often. I did get pregnancy mask. I did a lot of vitamin C and microneedling and it helped so much. HelioCare for a separate SPF for those asking. Yes, that's so, thank you so much. The best facial scrub, there's many. I put them on the blog. Have a little look on Secret 7. How long should I use alpha-arbutin 2% and kojic acid 1% serum by Garden of Wisdom to see results? Like a month. Skincare routine for prescription Treton using. I think that your skin is very red and you know you're using a strong retinol. I think you mean tretinoin. So I would keep it calm and put the main focus on that. So you know, do essences, do really good cleansing essences, a little bit of vitamin C you could do in the morning. I think you've got to use your most active ingredient. Connie's asking which product should you use after microneedling. Your most active ingredient that you spent the most money on that will work even better. Lisa, started using retinol from Beauty Pie and alternating with a Bargy 1%. Can't believe how great the results are. The Beauty Pie retinol is a fabulous retinol. What to put on the face whilst needling, please? Nothing. Clean skin. Make sure also you clean that needle after every use. Alice, please, Trinny, I've asked this question so many times. How important is it to use organic skincare and makeup? Alice, yeah, I think it's personal choice because everything is a chemical, even organic things. They are chemicals in there because a chemical is just something that has an activity about it. But there are, you know, there's a list of things which people believe are not good to have in skincare, and you can look at that list, not the inky list, is it the inky list? And then just avoid things that are on that list. Some of them are really extreme, and others are things that really aren't brilliant, and you should avoid. It's a personal choice. I mean, I do use a lot of different products. I don't only do organic because I just want the best effect for my skin, and sometimes I haven't always found that in entirely organic products, although they're getting so much better. So organic also can be more expensive because the processes by which they get you those ingredients really cost more money to achieve. So for some people it's out of their price point, but you can go for things that are clean, you know, that are paraben free, that are cruelty free, that are vegan. You know, you can take elements in many companies where those, I mean, we have all of those, you know, we're paraben free, we're cruelty free, we're, you know, you can find cleaner or dirtier, but it's a personal choice. Best gels mask for blackheads in the T-zone, should I use AHAs? I would say AHAs, don't feel, ladies, you're going to peel with an AHA. You're going to peel with a retinol, but an acid toner, you shouldn't be peeling. And if you are peeling, you're using a very, very strong one. But you want to keep that area clean, you want to tighten up the pores, and that's what the acid toners will do. So I think just think about that. Best at-home microneedling tool for somebody on a budget. Go to Amazon and you will find a needle, find a 0.5, make sure it has a titanium head. You could probably get it for under 30 quid. Then get a really active Garden of Wisdom serum for something you might want to tackle. So if you've got uneven skin tone, get their vitamin C. If you've got a few lines, get their retinol. If you feel your skin is just sort of a bit dirty, get one of their acid peels. Put it on, microneedle, put it on again. You'll see some differences. Is it okay to use a leave-on BHA exfoliant and benzoyl peroxide in the same routine? It's quite strong. It's quite strong. White teeth are composites. What SPF do you recommend for dry skin? I mean, Heliocare Air Gel. Beautiful. Can't wait to come on April the 18th. Fantastic. I'm excited for you, darling. Organic foundation or BB cream with SPF? I'd say BB cream with SPF. I'd say a little bit of Trinny London BFF. The Ordinary is really good for testing out a new ingredient. Also, you can mix your own cocktail serums with them. Look into the brand Typology for mixing their natural powders. Brilliant, thank you. Kojak sponges, any good? I don't use sponges that often. Temple Spa do a neck cream called Exalt. I think. Good morning from the United States. Totally love you and your style. Thank you very much. Can you buy your products in store in Australia? No. You know what? If you do match to me, I mean, you can just ask the ladies who are still on. So much later, I got to go in a minute. That really thoughtfully do your match to me. Put in your skin, hair and eye. We've spent 1.5 years working out the solution for you. And then you get the foundation shade you should do, and you get, and the amount of people, so about 70% of our customers buy the foundation, that first purchase. And when they get it back and it's the right foundation shade, it's kind of a miracle. And then you think, well, everything else has got to be right. So you might see things also in your match to me and think, oh, I'd never wear that. But some things look darker in a pot. And trust us that we've really thought through what suits your unique combination. And that's where Trinny London products are so unbelievably different. And we're going to do even more around that personalization soon. I'm very excited. Do I like at-home LED face mask? The Dr. Mariam Zabuni or Zayuni or something, I tried it, but then I had to send it back to her because she'd sent it to me to try. And I did like it. And then I'm doing something that's coming today. This is like mad, I'll just tell you, and we'll finish on this note. But Teresa Tarmey, when I do her facial, she has this amazing professional LED light. And for Lila, for healing her acne, it's so good. So she said to me, I can probably get you one at your home for a week. I was like, no! So she is getting one delivered today from this company who do it at Harrods. So I'll show you, I'll do some films with it. It's not the norm to get these big machines in your house because they cost like a fortune. I'm so excited by the whole process. For Lila, for healing her acne, for me, for just trying it out. But I do like LED. Whenever I've done very good facials professionally and they've ended with an LED, my skin has come out looking amazing. So I think they're fantastic, but getting those lights correct is tricky. So Teresa Tarmey might be looking into, but very expensive, something that you could use at home. So that I think any decent one is going to be over 500 quid to have any effect, which seems a fortune. You've got to really be skin obsessed. Ladies, I think Vivian's last name, Vivian Talsmat, Talsmat, and it's Rejuva something. So go on her site, Vivienne. Best cream for blackheads on dry skin, I'd say acetoners. Does anyone want to start Trinny Tribe on the Wirral? If you want to start a Trinny Tribe, if you feel I want to have these conversations more often with ladies who feel the same, please look at the Trinny Tribe on Facebook and we'll try and list somewhere all of the Trinny Tribes. But if you just do Trinny Tribe, you'll see them come up on Facebook and you can see where there are ones and where you'd like to start one. If you want to start one, once we get to about 200 people, we will then have a team come there for 2 or 3 days. So the next ones might be Glasgow, might be Bristol. We're looking now at the most active Trinny Tribe members. So over 200. I think I said to one of the administrators, the lady from Scotland, over 150, but I think we're going to do it over 200. I know it's a bigger challenge, but if you're still watching. And that's what we're going to do. So then we'll come to you as a team. I might not come to all of them, but the team will be coming. And I'll try and come to some. That's my promise. Anyway, have a great day. Bye.